Welcome to the True North Racing Podcast, your go-to show for all things racing from coast to coast. We're here to chat with your favorite racers and bring you the latest from the world of short track racing. Hosted by John Morrison and Brandon Feeney. Get ready for fast cars, big personalities, and all the racing action you can handle. Ready? Green, green, green.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the True North Racing Podcast, presented by Driving with Hailey. I'm your host, John Morrison. Joining me, as always, Brandon Feeney. Brandon, as we kick off our Pets Propane opening segment, how was your weekend at Sunset Speedway and Peterborough? You did a double duty real quick. I don't. How did it go?
Sunset, obviously, my absolute love for super late models was in full effect, doing the photography and stuff for them. Got to see a couple sneak peeks inside the cars. Some beautiful cars, as you've seen the pictures come out. 12 cars there. So, like I was saying in my video, I think that's roughly 10,000 horsepower that loose all at one time at Sunset Speedway. In addition of the hot rods, super stocks, mini stocks, and who else was there? Mods. So it was a great day of racing there. And I'm like, oh, we ended early enough that I'm looking at my time, like looking at race monitor there. I'm like, oh, I could probably catch the features at Peterborough Speedway, $4 admission. I'm like, fan appreciation. I'm like, we're going. I get there, and literally there's a red flag out because Mark Downer had a giant fireball coming out the engine of his Honda de Sol. And I'm like, oh, it sucks. But I'm like, now I got to watch 3 features. So we ended up watching the mini stock, the bone stock, and the super stock features. And our 2 bone stock drivers out there were going toe-to-toe fighting for that win to the very last lap.
Yeah, it was obviously I haven't seen much, but I saw that Victoria picked up a heat win at Peterborough yesterday, which was good.
Yeah, and so Corey Horn Racing's 09 machine was leading the feature with like 4 to go. With contact under the car, the top 2 spun the infield. Victoria, who's normally a little bit timid, decided this year that's not the same game, and she drove through the wreck to the lead, and had got a restart, I think, second when they put the back of the lap or something like that. But yeah, she was inches away from getting a win. All she needed to do was clear Alex, and she got her first feature win.
Oh, so close, so close. Hopefully next time. Is that the same vehicle? Oh no, it's a different one. Sorry.
I'm going to assume that's the Hailey's driving vehicle spotlight.
She just sent it over, and I'm like, is that the same one? Nope, we got a fresh one. Same one as last week though, but just a different color, I think.
Good news, if you want to see what I seen this weekend, Pedal Power was at Sunset, and Strong Co was back at Peterborough. So both shows will be taped on YouTube. And then Racing America had the APC coverage, so Rogers had Delaware, G-Force out Oshwegan. Starting to like this around Ontario right now.
It's the one thing I've always really enjoyed was, especially now, we're getting people like Rogers, who's broadcasting Delaware, Oshwegan, we got G-Force, all over. Realistically, we have the Hartmans with Pedal Power driving around. Then we also got Strawn with Strongco over at Peterborough. It really helps guys like myself, even guys, and people who love all the tracks are, we always hear that people are like, oh, I moved 3 hours away and I can't watch my home track anymore. Now you don't have an excuse. Now, if you're able to find it on YouTube, but again, it's also trying to get that reach to get to those people as well. And that's where we, as fans, motorsports fans, as drivers, as sponsors, you need to be sharing these races to showcase, to let these drivers know, to hopefully get these people rewatching again, because it does put on a much better. It helps us put on a much better program when we're knowing that other. I feel like you guys put on a much better show as well when it's taped than when it's not, because, or if you guys even know about it, because then
we always know about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Pedal Power is always walking in the pits,
They're
giving out
always walking.
stickers. There's no mistake in Corey Strong at Peterborough. You know whether he's there or not.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't miss G-Force or stuff like that, and
Nope.
it's always a little bit. I don't want to look stupid on TV.
Hey, I mean, I look stupid every day of the week, so it's
But
bound to
not on
happen.
TV.
What are you talking about? My boss, he's woken up a few times to seeing my face right on Rev TV. He go, he messaged me the one day. He goes, "Why the hell are you on TV?" He sent me a screenshot. Oh my
Was
god,
that Day at the Races program?
that was one of the day at the races last year. Yeah, it was. Speaking of a day at the races, we're back at Peterborough Speedway this upcoming week with an all new a day at the races. My first time back to record since May 3rd. So it's been a little bit of a time, but
Yeah,
um,
you've been taking a little hiatus before your like 6 months of straight filming.
be, yeah, as I've talked about on the show in the past, there's only 2 weeks in there that are not going to be filming related while I go to the racetrack. So from now until August 2nd, I'm racing every weekend, whether my kids are coming with me or we're celebrating other reasons or just deciding to go for a night. We're planning to go for a night to Sunset in July. No, August, actually in July as well. We're going July 19th to Sunset Speedway. That they'll be sitting hanging out in the grandstands with Jacqueline, the boys, and hopefully my in-laws as well. That hopefully we're planning. We have a whole day plan now to go up to Penetang and to Midland, and then make our way to the track afterwards. So it's going to be a fun day. But yeah, it's the day at the races are back. I better be on my A game.
Yeah, and I might have to get you to run and turn my GoPro on too next week.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I mean, you're already gonna be in that lineup
I'm
anyway.
possibly.
No, you'll be in that lineup. I'll find someone.
I'll be in that lineup. Um, yeah, I'll be over there having to turn on GoPros, and but yeah, you know what? I've been missing going to the track. I've been having a little bit of FOMO not going to the track over the past few weeks here.
Jomo FOMO.
Jomo with a FOMO. But you know what? It was a nice reset as well. All my gear's charged. It's ready to go. I'm packed, ready. Like Saturday, I'm giddy for Saturday because it's going to be a great time hanging out with Chris Pendlebury and LLB Racing.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go pick up my DJD boots this Saturday too, and get to try them on. I'm like, I love my suit, I love my gloves. I can't wait to have my boots, and it's just like, it's gonna be. I might wear them while I'm taking photos all day Saturday,
Just to break them in a little bit.
just to break them in, and well, they just look cool.
Absolutely. It's uh it's gonna be one of those things, right? Like and I know we were joking about it earlier, but like I shared on Facebook that there was a car for sale out of Hamilton, and I said I'm like, you know what, maybe I should pull the trigger and go racing myself. That's not gonna happen anytime soon, but I could tell you this much: if I was to ever go racing, no better person than I'm calling Darren Dryden immediately as soon as I buy a car, and I'm gonna be like, hey man, I need this done.
Yeah, and what do you mean a call to rent the trailer to pick it up or anything like that? It'll be like, hey, I need a suit. I just paid it for a car. Can I
Hey,
borrow your trailer?
how soon can you get me a fire suit?
He probably has one just sitting there for you.
No, he doesn't.
Big Jomo Media logos and stuff
Yeah,
on it.
okay.
Some DJD gear.
But 100%, like no doubt in my mind, I wouldn't go anywhere else but Darren Dryden and DJD Gear. And of course, we gotta say we're very thankful for him for joining Joe Media this year as an associate partner. I've seen quite a few people get themselves some DJD gear this year. Fire suits. I saw Amanda Balson got her her racing shoes done by Darren Dryden.
I think the car as well, wasn't it?
I don't know if the car wouldn't have been done. It's usually done by someone else.
The car says DJD on it.
Does it? Now you're
Yes.
gonna make me have to go look.
Um, Same as Miles Tyson's car was done by DJD, I
Yep.
believe.
Yeah, Miles Tyson gets his car done by DJD Graphics. There's quite a few guys who, um, Chris
Most cars that look
Pettleberry.
real, yeah, most cars that look super good are a DJD car.
They, you know what? He does such a great job,
Well, I
and
guess when you get the suit, you can just drop the car off for a wrap too.
right,
Like, just make me a wrap and suit that
it
matches.
would be a whole package deal. Just and I drop my helmet off too, and I would get the helmet wrapped as well.
Yeah,
See,
you're all
look at
set.
this. We're already brainstorming. Um, but yeah,
Darren's
it's
just gonna
a
clear out a Jomo section in the shop.
no. We're actually gonna have some things coming from Darren Dryden. Uh, by the end of the month, I believe. Him and I were talking. Should have a new design for a t-shirt for us, for some crew shirts for us, coming up soon. So stay tuned. And hopefully by the end of June we see this. Oh, Jacqueline just commented Cam's post about it.
Oh, let's not mention, forget to mention that DJD made those beautiful cornhole boards that you're raffling off look
Yep.
absolutely fantabulous.
Yep. We're 1 week in from starting the raffle for the cornhole boards. We got a few people in already. If you guys are interested, what we're doing is we are helping support the Carlo Fidani Cancer Centre at Credit Valley Hospital in Mississauga, Ontario. My mom underwent treatment at the cancer center when she was battling cancer back in 2010, 2011. Unfortunately, she passed, but I'm looking to give back to the hospital that did help her out quite a ton. So what we're doing is we're raffling off cornhole boards. They're valued at about $500, $450 or so. That's a self evaluation. Is but
They're worth $5 million.
But what we're doing is you can own a pair of a custom, one of a kind Jomo Media cornhole boards, and they're wrapped. They're beautiful. We had them at Motorama. We played a little bit of cornhole for a little bit, and it,
Drivers sign them.
drivers has signed them, so it's gonna be. I need to dig them out because I need more drivers to peps So, uh, I guess Peterborough Speedway this weekend. Jomo Media drivers. I'm gonna bring a pen. Y'all need to sign. Um,
Sharpies
it's
work better.
Sure. Well, no shit. We're gonna bring a Sharpie, but no. But it's $50 a ticket. We're giving away 100 spots, and what we're hoping to donate, we're hoping to get to 5 grand to donate to the Carlo Fidani Cancer Center at Credit Valley Hospital. Um, and the winner of the raffle will take home the pair of custom cornhole boards with bags. You have bags that are going to come with it. So it's a complete set ready to go this summer for your tailgating event, for at the racetrack, for your shop days. Anything you guys want to do with it, you guys want to set it on fire, go right ahead. Uh, but the money is going to go to a good cause to help others go, who are battling through a difficult time in having cancer. And that's the goal, is that I'm just trying to give back a little bit to a place that did help me, my family out while my mom was undergoing treatment. So just something small. But the draw will be taking place no matter what, no matter how many spots we sell. Like, I don't care. Like, the fact that we have 6 people already who've picked spots. That's all that matters to me. But I want to get up to hopefully that 5 grand mark. So head on over to Jonathan Robert Morrison on Facebook. It's over on the Joe Media page as well. You guys can go click it there. Send me a message, comment a space number that you want, and let's get this thing filled up. If we don't, that's fine. We got a few people who, there's a few people who are going to go home with a pair of custom cornhole boards, and that's all that matters. I'm just happy that someone's going to take them home this summer, and they're going to hopefully get to good use.
Yeah, if we could almost have, after someone wins it, maybe they'll set up Jomo Media Cornhole Bowl tournaments at like Frosttoberfest between the Knights, stuff like that, or Autumn Colors or Velocity.
Yeah. Well,
So
we'll talk about this after, but we got Sera Giannone waiting in the waiting room. But we will be right back after our driving with Hailey Vehicle Spotlight. This week on the Driving with Hailey Vehicle Spotlight, we're taking a closer look at a ride that blends rugged performance with refined luxury. That's the 2023 Mazda CX-50 GT Turbo. Under the hood, you'll find it's powered by a 2.5-liter Skyactiv G dynamic pressure turbocharged engine paired with a smooth 6-speed automatic transmission and Mazda's iActive all-wheel drive system, perfect for Canadian roads and unpredictable seasons. Step inside and you're met with leather-trimmed upholstery, ventilated front seats, heated front and rear seats, a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, and even a power panoramic moonroof to soak in every moment of the drive. The 10.25-inch full-color display with Mazda Connect, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a 12-speaker Bose premium audio system brings technology and entertainment together effortlessly. Safety, it's fully loaded. Mazda's radar cruise control, smart brake support, 360 view monitor, blind spot monitoring, traffic jam assist, and so much more. It's peace of mind no matter where you're headed. Want to test drive the 2023 Mazda CX-GT Turbo yourself? Contact Hailey Hill at 289-808-2820 or shoot her an email at hhill@baking.ca. You can also find her on Facebook and Instagram. Trust me, you'll want to see and feel this Mazda for yourself. Now let's get back into the True North Racing Podcast presented by Driving with Hailey. All right, into our DJD Gear guest segment presented by DJD Graphics. We are being joined by the driver, the number 04 Bone Stock, up at Sunset Speedway. We got Sera Giannone. Sarah, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome back. How have you been?
I've been good, keeping busy, definitely now that race season's in full swing. Um, just keeping busy. How have you guys been? You guys have been busy too this season?
Of course. Come on now.
Always got to be busy.
This is our time to shine. Just as much as your guys' time to shine, this is our time to shine. We build up. It's. I'll be honest. As media personnel, personnel, yeah, media personnel. It's not that we spend much time working on race cars in the off season, but we gear ourselves up just like a driver does for the season. Now it's not as hectic as a driver, but it's on the same line. That's all I'm saying.
100%. 100%.
Or you do dumb things like me and do both sides.
Yeah.
No social life at all.
What is a social life you speak? Actually, to be fair, I did took a day and a half off this week, and I went to go see Avril Lavigne. So that's
There you go. That's social time.
exactly. Went with some good friends, and that, I mean, I meant to do this in the opening, but I'll be honest. If you guys are able to ever, I don't care if you guys don't like her music, if you like her music or not, she is a fantastic artist to see live.
She's amazing. I seen her back in like my teen years. 10 out of 10.
Oh, she's on a greatest hits tour right now, and like, I'll be honest, I even got a little teary eyed on a couple of the songs because hold on, no, because what she did is the opening. They did this so well that they pulled at your heartstrings with like throwing it back to her first concert, like just little clips and stuff like that. And then she had her second song into the set was Complicated, and then she had the music video playing on the screen behind her. So yeah, so you're telling me I'm looking at Avril singing, I'm watching Avril sing 20 odd years ago. Yeah, it's gonna do something to you, okay? But
Yeah,
anyways,
so you realize, when was the last time you watched a music video? Do they
last
still
week.
do music videos?
Yeah, they do actually. Yeah, they do. I actually watched one last week. I usually, if I find a good one, I usually watch it for a little bit. So, but let's get back to racing because the reason we're here is to talk to Sarah. You took a couple years off. You're back behind the wheel. What was the decision? I know we've talked to you in the past about this, but it's fun to relive it kind of deal. You started 3 years. Yeah, 3 years ago was it?
Oh, yeah.
You're running part-time with Frankie, which was what, by the way? What I know I think we've talked about it before, but just for anyone who's new to the show, what exactly was Frankie?
It started as a 92 Eagle Summit that was chopped and shortened. Through the process of our build, we discovered 6 other cars that were tied into this car. So it was constantly the guessing game of what car are we using for this part. Um, it was very short lived, as you could guess why. It just wasn't worth putting the dollar amount into, and we could run into roadblocks at any point.
Absolutely. So you took, like I said, you took the last couple years off, and then you decided to build a new car,
Yeah,
brand new build, not even purchase one. You were like, we're gonna build a brand new one.
100%.
Now you went with a Honda Civic.
Yes.
What was the decision behind that? And I feel like I may know the answer, but I wanted to hear it anyways.
So partially it was Nick's commuter vehicle that I just placed some serious bad juju on. I always said that that was going to be my next race car. And finally, the transmission decided it was going to just see its way out. And I called it. I was like, well, there it is. That's my car now. So he was willingly, as much as possible, giving me his car so that we could turn it into a bone stock.
The funniest thing is he would still have to fix the transmission either way.
Yep, we just didn't see it worth it to put it on the road.
Yeah.
Let's put another transmission on. Let's let you rip around for a little while.
Exactly.
Like, it wasn't like the exhaust fell off or some windows broke. It was
Oh,
something
the
that still
exhaust
was needed.
gone too. The exhaust, we just had to do a whole new muffler change and everything pretty well.
Oh my God, I love that. Um, Obviously this year you're competing. You were gonna run just what, more of a part-time schedule. You weren't planning on doing like the invitationals or anything like that, right? You were just kind of the actual points night racing. Um, what changed for you? Like you told me, but I kind of can't remember right now, which is why I'm asking again. What's the reason now you're running the full schedule?
Originally we just wanted to come out, get our feet wet, see how I did, how I felt. But after the first night, I had a really good run. We were feeling really good about it that we were like, right away, I got the itch. I was like, well, we'll just come the next weekend and see how it goes. And then we did good again. Nick ran velocity and the car did well. So then we were like, well, we have it. We might as well just bring the car because we're going to be here anyways. And then, yeah, it just kind of turned into now I'm running for points and hopefully just hoping to keep my spot and see how it goes.
Yeah, it's weird. When that racing about bites you, it bites you hard.
It does. It does.
You know what? And it's great that you're running a full season now because obviously the more cars we add to the field on a full-time basis, it adds to everyone. I feel like it adds to the program. It adds to um the it helps the track out obviously to more eyeballs, right? Now, I'll say this. I feel like you're having a stellar start to the year for someone who sat out for 2 years. And again, no disrespect to Frankie, but there was days it was tough seeing the results come out for you um, while running that car. Do you feel like your confidence has outgrown your results have outgrown your goals that you had for this year?
I would say yes, 100%. Going into the season, I kind of still had the fear that I was going to be at the back, slower, like way off the pace. I expected the results I had in Frankenstein, and coming into the Honda and just seeing how well it handles compared to my old car, it's been a learning challenge, but I've definitely gotten more confident. I told myself that I was going to stay scratch for majority of the season, and night 2 I was starting mid pack and just hoping for the best. And it's been kind of surreal how every night the car's coming home in one piece and I still look back and I'm like, whoa, I just did that. So it's still surprising to me. It has exceeded more than what I thought was going to be already.
And the good news is with that Honda Civic, if anything ever actually does go wrong, you can find parts for it.
Exactly, exactly. It's still new enough that we can get parts.
You're actually, I think, the newest Honda Civic I've seen on track.
There's one more, but I think it's either the same year or a year older.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've like I said, I've been very impressed with the way you've been running this year. I've messaged you a couple times and was like, hey, like it's one of those things like I look at Race Monitor from time to time and I look at like where someone's running or if I see a results and I'm like, did they really just finish there? And it's not. I'm surprised that you finished there, but it's like it was Race Monitor making a mistake or
Yeah.
something. We know how unreliable Race Monitor is as a whole, unfortunately. Um, but obviously the good results are good results, and that's what we want to see. And the fact that you're finishing what I think what's been your best finish, seventh or so this year?
Seventh so far has been my best.
That's a hell of a run for you. And I'm over here being like, she's running good. She's running like I'm like a little kid in a candy store sitting over here. Is when I look at Race Monitor, I see the results when you guys post the next day, because it does bring me joy when I see you go from one car to another and the success is coming in to where your best finish in a feature has been third, right?
No, the
Or
heats
sorry, the
were
heat, sorry, that's what I meant. The heat you finished third or fourth, sorry,
2/3.
2/3. Like that's fantastic to hear. I've been super proud of you this year. I've I've seen like, and of course, when you bring out a brand new build, sometimes it's not the easiest to deal with. I'm sure Feeney could probably attest to that as well. Even
We won't talk about that car right now. She's
like,
in timeout.
yeah, when but sometimes when you bring out a newer car, it does give you have those the hiccups. Have you noticed you've had many hiccups with the new car, or have you and Nick really been able to dial in and get the car figured out and have a good notebook to go off of?
So far, I'd say we've been pretty lucky. The most we've had to do is just change a strut since the start of this, which is kind of common for it having sat for almost 3 years.
Yeah,
Other than that, it's been pretty smooth sailing, knock on wood. It's been good. We've started our racing log and we're watching the stats now night to night, and so far things have been good.
that's awesome. And like obviously, as you continue to grow here as a driver, um, you're going to continue to get better and better week in and week out. And I think these starts are going to really help you down the line as well. And I still say I thought it was funny when you messaged me, go, hey, I'm not running just like a few races this year. I'm going to now run them all. I'm like, what was the decision behind that? But then you luckily clarified it for me that um, you had to run full time for points. You couldn't run part time for points or something like that, right?
Yeah, if you want to qualify for points like trophies and stuff at the end of the season, you have to be there for all the nights that they deem points worthy. So we just decided to make the call.
You know what? Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure Feeney's probably like, no, that's a bad idea. Just
It's a great idea. It's seat time, and I'm just wondering if the runs keep going. If all of a sudden we see Velocity added, maybe a Frost Fest or autumn colors.
Slowly, we've already been talking about colors. We're tossing around the idea. It might not be me driving, but the car may make an appearance to colors.
I was gonna say you guys are already gonna go anyways. You might as well bring a car.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the way I look at it. If you're gonna go and you have a car, bring a car.
right. We have the equipment. We might as well use
Yeah,
it. That's why we built it.
exactly.
You know, he only added that so I don't give him crap for not bringing a car when he shows up, right?
The best part is, or not the best part because I hate it. I'll never show up to autumn colors, anyways.
You say that, but it may change one time.
It down way, way, way down the line, it may change, but not anytime soon. I can promise you that. I'm lucky if I'll be able to get to Frosttoberfest.
We'll see.
You usually that last weekend of September is the final race for me for the year. and then I have a nice vacation. I'm not as stressed as much, but I am still always stressed.
Never.
Um, but Sarah rejoined Joe and Media this year after taking a couple years off. We do appreciate you joining back on as a driver this year, and you know, you were with us. You and Nick were both with us a couple seasons ago. Um, I lived up to my promise, did I not?
You did?
I told you a couple years ago that your decision changed to not run Frankenstein, and you're like, when I come back out, I'll be back. I'm like, that's not a big deal, but like she because you had paid for your spot,
Yeah.
and I said, I'm like, you have two options. One, down the road, you have a spot back, or you get a refund, and you chose wait till a couple years. All right, I kept to my promise. I lived to my word. I just wanted to make I
One.
I, I want to make sure I kept that to you because you guys were, you know, you guys were always so nice to me whenever I came up to Sunset. You let me throw a freaking GoPro in your guys' car when not a lot of people were, and, and you guys are just generally nice. I really enjoy talking to you guys because you and Nick are really fun to chat with as well. Um, I'm very thankful and that you guys have rejoined Joe Media this year. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family, me. Like it's our team itself, and I do appreciate that.
Of course. It's been like from day one when we got to know you guys and when we did the driver meetup and everything. I've always loved what Jomo Media stood for and what you guys do for drivers. It's hard to be a driver and worry about promotion and worry about all the extra add-ons. So to like have somebody who one takes care of that for you, amazing. It's lovely. But two, you've kind of started a family where all these drivers just become like a group of friends. And it's been so nice to see that transform and how big Jomo Media has gotten over the years, to see how much growth you guys have had. It's just been awesome to be a part of it.
I do think we need to get another meetup going though.
I definitely think
That
so.
Well, just saying, I know the location.
and where's that? Is it central to everyone?
No, but we can always make central ones. You know how much work I was putting into meetups last year.
I know.
But
No, I know.
like, even like Volt has bowling now, still has the go karts, and like I had another bowling I was looking at for doing bowling day. I was looking at movie theaters for a movie night. Um, but
Days
like, you
of
know what I mean? Like
Thunder, Talladega Nights double feature.
Days of Thunder 1 and 2 when it comes out.
Yeah. But you know what? I really enjoyed, and I'm glad you brought it up because I remember that, and it was such a fun day. I think we had close to 15 drivers, I think, come on out for that.
Yeah, pretty close
Um,
to that, I'd say.
you got to meet Megan. Um, who else was there? There was Victoria came out. Um,
Stewart was
Madison
there.
Stewart was there, and who the hell brought their cars?
We did, I think
You did.
Yeah,
Madison did.
yeah. Stewart brought his and lost the bumper in the parking lot.
Um, I
Forgot
think
about that.
is there this the 16 mini?
I look.
Thompson.
Yes, Thompson.
Oh, I don't think he made it out.
No, I don't
Great.
think
No,
so either.
now I'm
He
gonna
was there, but I don't think with the car because I think he had a wreck like the night before.
Jay. I know Jay Pepin was supposed to come out, but unfortunately he didn't. Great. Now I got it. I think it was my cover photo on here for a while, so I could be able to tell you guys in a couple of seconds here. Got to go
Do
way. Oh,
do
jeez.
do do do
Apparently, I
do
got to go
do
way
do.
back. There we go. Okay. So we had Michael Kenny brought his mini stock. Scott Tinelli brought his CVM. Sarah brought her Frankencar. Alex Stewart brought his 16 pure stock. Uh, the Mitchells brought their 73 pure stock. And then Madison Teen Camp also brought her mini stock as well. And that was such a fun day in general.
It was.
Like it was great to see everyone. And even, not a lot of extra people came out and hung out with us. But like, I think that I wish we had cornhole boards that day. I wish we had the Joe and Media cornhole boards for that day.
I feel like it would have been perfect because I think we all just had more fun just hanging out and actually all getting to know each other. That even if we had cornhole, I don't think we would have noticed if other people showed up. We were all so busy just socializing amongst ourselves.
And that's what I noticed with the Jomo Media Group is once you kind of like join the family, you kind of find that like you're at the track, like all of a sudden, like if you're having issues, there's another Jomo Media driver to help, even if they're not from that track, and they like, oh, I know this person's with like Jomo Media, and like they have a flat tire, I'm giving them a hand.
Yeah, that actually happened to us. I believe it was last season or the season before with the Mitchells. Something happened during one of their features, and Rick ended up getting a flat, and we just ran down into their pits. We had only met them the once. We ran down into their pits, made sure their car was good to go, and sent them back out because they were ready to call it. And we were like, no way, we could get you back out there. And we hustled and we got them back out. And it's just, yeah, like you said, you're a family. You're like, I know them. I'm just going to go help.
One of us. One of us.
Literally.
And you know what though? I love that everyone's made these connections as well, because it does really, it helps grow the sport, and that's what we want. Is we want the sport to grow. And like, I remember Megan and I have talked about this in the past as well, that like she's now focused more on you guys and seeing your results and stuff like that. And that's what we've been wanting, is seeing everyone meeting and having these shared, not, what is it? Not values. That's not what I'm looking for here, but I can't share
Experiences?
Yeah, shared experiences. Thank you. To really help, and for you guys to share each other's stuff and like it and comment and stuff. And that's what helps. We're always looking for ways to help grow the sport.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just as simple as a like on Facebook or a share or following their racing page. And which, by the way, TNT Racing, make sure you guys go follow them. That's on Facebook and Instagram. You can go relive go and see all of Sera's accomplishments. And I see that you guys have also brought in a GoPro.
We have.
You guys have brought in a GoPro. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Can I make one suggestion? Just because I'm a pain in the ass that way.
Yeah.
Take it off the roof.
John hates wind noise.
No, not even that. Has nothing to do with wind. You know what it is?
What?
I've had conversations in the past where someone's used a roof cam to try to justify what they did.
Okay.
And I said, I'm like, I can't trust that. He goes, and they go, why? And I said, I'm like, I can't see your input. Show me what your steering wheel's doing.
True.
That's a me thing.
Yeah.
And I'm well aware that's a me thing.
That's a media guy thing right there.
You know what? We see incidences, right? And people use the videos to justify them, right? Mm-hmm. We all do. No one is safe from it. But I always say, you want to have as clean evidence as possible, and you want to say one thing and show another thing, show me your in-car. Show me what your steering wheel was doing before that started happening.
Yeah.
And also because you drivers are completely different animals when you guys put your helmets on.
Yeah.
No.
You all are, okay? It's not me, Meg, and Kate all had this conversation last week on the driver's seat. Y'all have an alter ego.
You're not wrong.
Which, by the way, take a photo of yourself or like one of the racing photos and put it into ChatGPT and say, give me an alter ego, and give like a few things about you. That has been so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Definitely gonna have to try that.
We did that last week on the driver's seat, and it was actually a lot of fun.
We're going to get a whole Jomo list of alter egos for all the drivers now.
Could you imagine?
He's actually going to do it now.
Do it.
I will. That is going to be just a fun thing I could do for the next week here.
I just realized something, but I know it's too late because your GoPro's dead and Frankie's dead. But you should have put the cursed GoPro in the cursed car and see if they cancel each other out.
Damn it! Maybe that's what would have fixed it.
Could have been. That could have been our solution.
Damn it! Why didn't we think of that?
There was only one or two ways it could go. It was double cursed or uncursed.
See, if it was double cursed and something really bad happened, then I would probably blame the GoPro over the car.
Yeah, but then the car would have been like, nope, that's it. We've tried everything.
Yeah.
It's a coin flip, right? That's exactly what it would have been. It would have been a coin flip. Um, how much more racing do you? I know you're racing almost. How many more events do you have at Sunset this year?
I believe points nights, we have 4 more full points nights and then 3 invitationals,
Okay,
I believe,
that'll
roughly.
that's not bad.
No, not too bad at all.
It's better than the Flamborough schedule for the next little bit.
Their schedule is intense. Like, I don't think I could do like that intensive a schedule.
Okay, so talking about schedules, what does your ideal schedule look like?
I like the one that Sunset's done so far. They gave us a few off nights through the summer, which is really nice to like be able to do something else that's not hopefully racing. But I'd say that this is a pretty good ideal schedule. They've given us a nice breakup.
Well, that's what you want. You like, I always say like we're always talking about how people should go support other tracks if they're able to. I think a nice comfortable number to compete throughout the summer is like 15 races.
Yeah.
See, I like the every other night theory. You get a night to race, and a week to fix it, another night to race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be ideal, right? That's what we want to see is because you like there's events at other tracks that you're not like are you racing this upcoming weekend?
No, we are off.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I just got an alter ego back for you.
Oh, oh no.
Should I read it?
Do it.
All right. No one even knows what this. The alter ego name is Sera Redline Rebel Giannone. When Sera Redline Rebel straps into the 04 bone stock at Sunset Speedway, it's not just another race, it's a statement. Cool under pressure, but fierce on the throttle. She's known for slicing through the pack with a surgical precision and a fearless edge. When she's wheel to wheel in the corners or is drag racing down the straightaway, Sera brings the heat and never backs down. And your tagline is leave doubt in the rear view.
I like that.
I see a T-shirt coming.
Right? There we go. Good slogan.
I'm going to ask for a t-shirt design based on the slogan.
I mean, you got pictures of the car. I know this.
What do you think I'm using?
Well, I wasn't sure if you use like one of your like people post.
Oh man. You know what? I love using ChatGPT for a lot of things because it's dangerous.
Some of the dumb stuff we sent back and forth from ChatGPT, like,
You know what? There's nothing wrong with it, okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Um, while that's loading, for the rest of the season here, obviously, you know, what are your goals looking like for the rest of the season here?
I'm hoping to get more comfortable. Definitely been learning to ride in the high side, not be so scared of the wall. So getting comfortable there. I definitely need to work on my starts and restarts. I'm still a little too far back from everybody else. So just continuing to get more comfortable, run clean, and hopefully just have fun with the other drivers. It's been great racing against everybody and seeing night to night how everyone's doing. And each night we've been running pretty clean and having a good battle, and it's been fun.
yeah, bone stock is always one of those divisions that like it's good, clean racing. you always have a couple like rookies that are learning and stuff like that, but it's usually easy enough to calm them down if they're over aggressive. But like you're getting even across the province, not just Sunset, you're getting these like super competitive races that are coming down to photo finishes through the field. And like I would like when I was there at Sunset a couple weeks ago, I was excited to watch like you were racing side by side with what was his name there?
I believe it was Jeff Oaks,
Yeah,
maybe.
the Tide Ride.
Yes.
Yeah, was I just know that he's called Steve-O or something like that by Cam.
Yeah. Yeah. His brother was racing the car one of the nights. They had swapped vehicles or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm like, oh, they're like you guys were literally crossing each other over. I'm like, this is awesome to watch. Like, I'm not like halfway through. I'm like, crap. I'm supposed to be taking pictures.
You could have been taking photos of an epic battle and you chose not to.
Should show up to the racetrack and watch yourself.
You're not wrong. A week ago, I really wanted to come out to the track, but 2 weeks ago, I would have had the kids. So that wouldn't have been easier. But honestly, man, like I said, I've been missing going to the track the past few
And
weeks.
to be fair, I do think there is photos of it. I just don't think there's a lot of photos of it.
Yeah, there's definitely photos of
You
us like side by side.
should have been taking video. God damn it!
I'll tell you what, if you get me a camera that I can operate that goes around my camera, and I'll have video of what I'm taking pictures of. How about that?
Hold on, hold on. I got something. And actually,
This
Sarah,
is not a good look right now.
if you look in your inbox, Sarah, you actually see a t-shirt design.
Hold up. I'm gonna go look.
Chest mount for GoPro, buddy.
My problem is I hold my camera here, it won't get past it. You'll just see arms. I do not have sexy arms.
You don't have
Why?
sexy anything.
Pretty cool.
Why is he wearing white-sided gloves to take pictures? It's for the views. Shut up. It's TikTok Live.
What do you think of that t-shirt?
That's pretty cool, actually. Might need to like get one made.
That'd be pretty cool. I like. Oh damn it! Apparently, clicked the wrong thing. Feedy, I'm gonna send it over to you as well because you should take a look at this. I think it looks pretty cool. It's deserved. Like that would be great for you to have. Just obviously take out the Red Line Rebel thing,
Yeah.
but like that would be. I think that would be a great shirt for you.
I feel like it would, especially like night to night with the anxiety. That's definitely something that would be a good way to remind myself.
Leave doubt in the rear view.
Yeah.
That'd be
I think she
great.
needs a picture of the car in the back, though, too.
There's a picture on the back. Look in the bottom right.
Can't zoom in that much. I'm blind as hell.
There's a picture of a car with smoke coming out on the backside.
Why is it a Ford Mustang?
Don't ask me. Ask
I can't really
ChatGPT.
say. I can't really say much because my T-shirts have a Volkswagen on them instead of a Honda.
It's not completely correct, but it's something.
Close enough.
And we know a lot of people who would be able to design something like that for you as well. So like,
100%.
and including the proper race car. Oh man. So you're off this weekend. You come back the 21st.
Yes.
All right. Are you guys racing July 19th, by the way?
That is an amazing question.
I just looked at the schedule the other night and I didn't actually like look at it.
Let me take a look here. We are.
Perfect.
Yes.
That'll be my next time to Sunset Speedway.
Awesome.
Damn, I wish my thing was the weekend prior because going to Ribfest would have been fun too.
Ribfest is always a good one. You go get the snacks first and then go race.
And it's also the Hilltop Nationals for the Bone Stocks. $1,000 to win for you guys.
Is that the day the Super Lates are there too?
28th of June, I believe.
Yes, that's the Hilltop Nationals for them as well. 10,000 to win Super Lates and Ribfest.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have
When's
to definitely
the-
miss the Delaware race.
Wait, when is the super late race?
The
June.
28th.
June 28th.
Yeah. That's Hilltop Nationals or
Jackpot
something.
on the hilltop.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I went over to the schedule and I've been looking at it here now.
So that's not Ribfest date?
No, July
Oh,
12th is Ribfest.
all right. I'll go back to my car then.
What are you talking about? You have to be at
Delaware.
on June 28th?
Yeah.
Are you going to skip the super lates?
The deal is with I'm allowed to do my racing.
Gotcha.
So if I don't get the funds to go to Delaware, then I will go shoot the super lates. If I have the funds to
Whoa,
go
whoa,
run
whoa. No
for,
need to shoot anything. No need to shoot anything.
I mean, if Michael Walter can throw a promoter's caution, I can shoot at a tire. People will
Oh,
start
boy.
paying me to take tires out.
Oh, I'm sure they would. Um, Going through, obviously we've been fooling around. We've been going back and forth here. We're not going to take up too much more of your time tonight here, but we do appreciate you for joining us this week of the True North Racing podcast. Before we let you go, we do have to give you some time to thank everyone and anyone who's helped with your racing program from the very beginning to now. Could be a person, could be a pet, could be a random bird you passed on July 2nd, 2002, and was like, you know what? I'm going to be a race car driver. And yeah, and of course, you got to make sure you thank your sponsors. And so the floor is now yours for the next couple minutes to thank them all.
Well, sadly, there is no bird that inspired me. Um, but I have to start with my sponsors. The fact that I even have any this season has been amazing. Rust-Oleum 360 repairs and maintenance. Copeland Property Maintenance is back on. They were my original sponsor on Frankenstein. Thule Welding and Fabricating, Steve's Custom Graphics for making the car look awesome. I'd also like to thank Cash and Nick for their time and effort week in and week out getting the car ready for me. My parents for supporting me. Jomo Media, Ladies of the Oval, Stickers and Scuffs for everything that you guys do. Lift the Visor for giving a safe space to speak about mental illness, and racing, of course, is a big one. I think that's it. And the fans for coming out each week, making sure that we have someone to put a show on for.
All right. Well, thank you for shouting out Lift the Visor, by the way. Um, with I know with June being Men's Mental Health Month, I'm not saying this as a man, but um, you know, it shouldn't be just a month. It should be every day that we're able to talk about this, whether it be you be male, female, whatever you identify as well. Um, it's better if you're able to talk it out, or um, there's people who will listen. There's people who uh, will help you out in whatever capacity that you need if you're going through something. And I just putting it out there that if anyone is in need of anything support wise, please feel free to reach out to us on at Joe Medium Promotions. We we truly believe in mental health as a whole, and we do support everyone who's looking to make a difference and to help cater programs and that whole area. We do appreciate everyone, and can't thank Jory enough from Lift the Visor for what he's done for helping opening up spaces. And I still remember you working with Jory and writing an article for the website a couple years ago there, and man, it's just it's don't be afraid. And it's okay to not be okay, but don't be afraid to also talk it out. Someone will listen.
100%. And that's why I think this year I've really gotten loud about it. Like, it's on the hood of my car. I definitely want people to know that it is okay to talk about it. You don't need to suffer in silence. Somebody is willing to listen, like you said. There are safe places where you won't be judged. And there are resources out there. So I just kind of wanted people to know too that like my pits are a safe place. If you're ever anxious or anything, if we have to dance it out, we'll dance it out. Whatever we need to do to help. Um, but I feel like it's better to just be open about it and again normalize it. It's okay that it's not okay right now, and it might not be for a while, but things get better, and you've got people in your corner.
You're exactly right. And I don't care if I'm not even going through some. I'm coming over for a dance party if there's one happening at your trailer. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. You say dance party, I'm there.
You're
Let's go, girls.
That's Were you at my wedding, Brandon?
No, but I got a lot of videos from your wedding.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I am sure you did. Because I was gonna say I ran through a door when Let's Go Girls. Not literally ran through a door, but I went through a doorway.
You seem like Wile E. Coyote through the door.
I'll, no, I want to touch on that real quick. Me and my brother, we all of a sudden we were in a different room of the hall, and all of a sudden we heard "Let's Go Girls." Me and him just snapped our heads, looking at each other, and we bolted to the dance floor.
When Shania comes on, you got to do what you got to
You
do.
lose your mind. I don't know what it is.
Just saying, I do have a speaker I normally keep in the trailer to have music going to keep it kinder and lighthearted more now that I'm kind of just having fun.
Yeah.
So I usually have it on blast and, well, might have to make a whole dance song going on if this keeps going.
I do a shimmy every day before we go to the racetrack. I'm always trying to shimmy to just stay positive.
You know what? That's what you need to do, right? Like you need to loosen up before you get to the racetrack before all the business starts happening, right?
Yep.
It's like going to work some days. You just going to work or coming home from work, you just need to listen to something as loud as possible just to forget everything else.
Have a little concert and wind down.
That's why I usually have like 2 bottles of water in the car and going home, which is like 25 minutes.
On the way to work, it's like Shania Twain, like calm stuff. On the way home, it's like Slipknot and
No, going to work, it's all the NASCAR podcasts. Coming home, it could be rap, could be some high intense country, could be 90s music. Like
it's NASCAR Radioactive with the Bush Brothers.
I love it. But Sarah, thank you so much for taking the time out of your Sunday night to come chat with us. Make sure you guys follow TNT Racing on Facebook and Instagram. And make sure you catch Sarah on track June 21st at Sunset Speedway. Yeah, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
All right, and we're back from our conversation with Sarah. We wish her the best of luck the rest of the summer here at Sunset Speedway, and I hope to watch her race 3 more times this summer. I should be up at Sunset Speedway, so make sure you guys go out to Sunset Speedway. It's a hell of a track. It's located just south of Barrie, just off the 400 on Yonge Street. So if you're from downtown Toronto, jump on Yonge Street, just drive straight north. You'll hit the track.
Pretty much.
Once you get out of the city limits of Toronto, it's a nicer drive. Trust me.
Isn't it a different Yonge Street though?
No, as far as I know, it's the same Yonge Street. Now I'm gonna.
So
now
Newmarket has a Yonge Street, and then there's another Yonge Street in Innisfil.
It's all
that
connected.
You have to cross over. Yeah, I know, but you have to like do a couple turns.
Yeah, but it's connected, but it's not like because what is it? Where is Yonge Street?
I can tell you how to get there from my place, but I can't tell you any of the street names that you have to turn on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone ever asks me for directions, just understand you will not get street names. You'll be like, turn at the Giant Cow, and then turn left at the Giant Haystack, and then turn right at the Bison Farm.
Yeah, because there's New Yonge Street and there's Old Yonge Street. Because there's you kind of just drive away from it, but you're still on it once you get north of Newmarket here. Yeah, you just kind of stay on it and then you kind of go up. And
the great news about 2025 is just GPS it and your phone will take you right there.
That too, but hey, just drive. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same road. You don't cross over. It just you may yeah you may make a right, but that's about it. But it's because it turns into Berry Street once you go up, and then you turn right onto Berry Street, but then that turns right back into Young Street.
John's an old guy. He secretly just drives with a map in the van. That way
No,
he can't lose the
I
GPS time.
because here's the problem. I listen to I listen to it from time to time, and then next thing you know, I'm like I feel like I get screwed over in my directions. So I choose not to listen to it half the time. I will use it for time, not for distance. So because when anyone asks like how much further of a drive is it, I will like go in. I will rather go in, punch in the address again, see how much time is left, and then close it back out than have my phone continue on with the GPS.
I understand why you're 5 minutes late all the time now. You don't see that the GPS time is an extreme sport.
Yes, I do.
Clearly not if you don't use it.
I don't need to use it because I'm always faster than it anyways.
Well, if you close it out, that's cheating.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because it updates so often.
I create my own times.
Yeah, that's cheating.
No, it's not.
That's like me being in the super late models and saying, freaking, oh, I want to go faster than 20 seconds at sunset. It's going to happen accidentally.
Uh, Heading into this weekend, it's into another week. What are your plans for next weekend? Where are you going?
I'm at Flamborough. This is actually the one weekend I think most of the Jomo crew is at one
We'll
place.
all be there. We'll all be there,
Nathan won't be there.
except for
Or
Nathan. He'll be at
Nathaniel.
Sunset. God damn it, Nathaniel will
Yeah.
be at Sunset.
God damn the jerky guy. If you finish early, you better come to Flamborough with jerky.
What time do they start?
Probably 3 again, but
I
they're
really
probably
hope
the
it's
last
3.
feature.
Well, you know what? Let's see here. May. Nope, we're in June.
June.
Oh, maybe not because the Ontario Sportsman Series is also there.
He runs the Sportsman Series.
No, but the Allen Lincoln Cup
Yeah,
is
true.
happening on that day. So I don't know how they're gonna run it, but you know what? I'm gonna message him and be like, "Hey, man, you're swinging. If you swing by, if
We need a team photo.
we need a team photo. Can you stop by Flamborough on your way home?
Bring
Bring jerky.
jerky.
Bring jerky. Stop by Flamborough with the race car.
I'm not saying that we like him for his meat, but that's definitely
That's
helps.
inappropriate.
We'll have if he stops by, we'll have another race.
Uh, yeah. We'll do another front stretch race. Hey, you know what I just found? So I'm not gonna say it on here, but you know what I just realized is a lot of fun to do is completely forgot. I've been forgetting about to do it, but Jacqueline, I found a new extreme sport I want to do on Sunday nights after the NASCAR race, and that is look to find aircraft that are heading back to Charlotte from the races.
Oh, because you have all the tail numbers from all
Because
the.
no, I don't have the tail numbers, but oh,
You could get all the tail
so
numbers.
so close for getting one of them. So just before I came up here to start the show, Jacqueline and I were messing around on Flight Radar, and she's like, "Where would they fly out of?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I'm like, "I don't think they would travel into Detroit and fly out of there, but there's going to be small municipal style airports that are there that they're going to fly out of. Like that's where they're going to go." Sure enough, a minute before landing, I found Brad Keselowski. And then, of course, just as I was about to go get the tail number to remember it for next time, his things was off and essentially said that he landed. And I started kicking myself. I'm like, son of a. Then I found 2 more
So
planes heading back.
the fun one was once in a while, the Dale Junior Motorsports plane lands in Peterborough,
Yeah,
and it still does. It's already landed twice this year.
really.
Yes.
But it's not Carindale Jr.
Well, we don't know who's on the
We don't know.
manifest. Maybe he just wanted to enjoy some bone stock fire action last night at Peterborough.
Oh, was it the plane up there this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Did
So
you?
obviously he was busy in Michigan, but at the same time, was it a thing that he came over to do something while he was in Michigan, or did he send his wife and kid over?
Well, I know he. I think he usually lets the plane like leases it out.
Yeah. What's it though? He was in Michigan this weekend too, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That
So
that'd be an interesting Ask Junior question. Maybe we could try to get it sent into them to see if he'll answer it.
could you imagine just sitting at Peterborough Speedway and like bumping into Dale Jr. just in the stands?
Hey man, what you doing here? I just love me some racing here.
I'll tell you what, if Dale Jr. is like dumb enough to watch this podcast all the way to the end, I will pay for any race that me and him go to at the same time.
Right? Like that'd be the only way possible. Um what do
Dale
you
Jr.'s changing my tires.
what do you think about Ram re-entering NASCAR though?
I love it. I honestly think that the Dodge Ram leaving was a mistake for Dodge.
Yep,
We never lost Dodge up here with the Canadian Tire Series or the Pinty Series or whatever the
thankfully.
NASCAR Canada Series, whatever we're called now. And they're still one of the faster divisions. And it's like you watch literally Ram truck sales were up here, and then they pulled out and they went because other than your working trucks, most of the trucks they sell in America, which is their main market, is watching on Friday, Saturdays.
Yeah.
I feel like that division still has the what wins on race day sells on Monday.
Oh, 100%. Like I still love it. Like I'm so happy that Ram is back. For me, especially being a Dodge guy in general, it definitely helps with like I guess I'm not a Dodge guy in the sense of like I cheer on any Dodge guy, but like I just want to see Dodge do well. But like, and it's like I don't have any drivers I'm attached to anymore. Like Dale Jr. was the
You know
last
what would
guy.
be good? And this would be purely theoretical. There's no confirmed rumors. But if they had, so you have drivers that are making you money, and you have drivers that are paying you money and stuff like that through sponsors and stuff to have the rides.
Yeah,
I think two drivers that'd be good to grab would be the ARCA series. Cletus, because there's so much attention on him. The fact that every one of his videos he's basically yelling Hemi,
yeah,
right? The second one, Andy J.
yeah,
If they got him a truck ride, right, that for a season or two, let Andy be Andy, I think that they would have, between the two of them, great social media presence, freaking great content, freaking they'd have two drivers that freaking are basically old school mentality. They already have huge followings from like the ARCA series and like their YouTubes and all that stuff. Like, I think it would be two drivers that if they could grab that don't have any connections anywhere else I know of.
yeah. I there's a few guys, and Cletus has been rumored to go to a team, but they don't have team or drivers to announce as of right now. And again, that could change really quick as
Yeah.
well.
Well, said
Um,
Dodge will have their factory team that they'll have their say with.
well,
They
that's
always do.
yeah, but that's what they did with Ray Evernham. Like that's how the Dodge got back in the sport in
Two?
2001 ish, 2001 for 2002, because that's where Bill Elliott went, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it's
because Ward Burton won that one.
yeah, or was it maybe 2000?
No, I believe 2002. Ward Burton won the 500 after senior pass.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, so it would have been 2000, and I'm really happy that they're back. So like, I don't want them to leave again because I remember in 2012 they announced the new updated look for Dodge. I think at Homestead.
Yeah, for the Gen 6.
Yeah,
And we never got to see it.
but we never got to see it, and I know that really hurt me a lot because I'm like, man, it would look so good because it had the newer look to it. It was the newer nose. Like I don't say Roger Penske really dropped the ball in dropping Dodge. Obviously, Ford's done very well for them as a manufacturer since. But like, could you imagine the Miller Lite colors on that newer looking Dodge though? Like to me, it would have looked a
I'm
lot
just
better.
wondering what they would use right now. I think they would have to go the Challenger.
They would have to go challenge, but the problem is the Challenger is gone EV.
The Camaro doesn't exist anymore.
But they're even saying here that they may announce that another Stellantis brand will go into Cup. So like what
The
could that
Fiat
look like?
500.
Could you imagine?
The Fiat 500
Good
versus the
lord.
Chevy Aveo.
Good lord. I don't know. But all I know is I'm really happy that Ram's back. I really hope a solid team joins them and they go out here in the first year and kick everyone's ass. I'm just a Dodge guy, so like I
At
just want
that
to see
truck
go
race in
on.
Daytona, all I'm going to hear is John going, Hemi!
It's a Hemi.
Hemi, 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 Hemi,
I
Hemi, Hemi, Hemi.
I oh you know what I'm gonna put on. There's a I'll have to deal with that later, but you know like I said, I'm excited. But anyways, next week I'll be back at the track at Flamborough Speedway. It'll be one of the few times that Brandon and I will actually be at the track together. Um, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great night of racing. We'll be back with LLB Racing, Chris Pendlebury. GoPro's going on some of their other vehicles as well. The two CVMs and the Pure Stock will also get a camera that night. Meanwhile, oh, I don't know how that. Yeah, I'll alternate the CVMs or something, but uh, both we'll have obviously a dual view in Chris Pendlebury's number 84 as he battles against some of the best mini stock drivers at Flamborough Speedway. And then to cap off the night, we have been given permission to throw a GoPro into JR Fitzpatrick's number 84. Uh, Obviously, that will be a game time decision if that still is a go. But I'm hoping that is because that'd be cool. I'd be really cool to watch how he handles these cars. And of course, I've seen the races. These cars are mean, they're fast, they're loud, they're put on a hell of a show. The Ontario Outlaw Super Lates. Uh, I'm excited to watch them. They just competed Saturday night at Sunset Speedway. Feeney was there with that. Um, it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, I'm actually working on my GoPro footage right now to get it up and out there from hot laps, and I do have some bonus feature from the race, so maybe we'll have to like give you a couple cameras there on super late.
Yeah, we'll have to. Well, we're gonna get out of here for the week. Thank you to Sera Giannone for joining us. Next week we will not have a show next week. By the way, with it being Father's Day, I have my kids. Going to make sure I spend as much time as I can with them. We'll be back June 22nd to record. So June 23rd will be the next available the next date. Then to end it off, June we will be off again for another week because I'll be at Sauble Speedway. We're not doing a live show from Sauble, though it would be fun. But by the time I
As I
get
say, I'm
done
also in
that,
Delaware there.
and by the time I get done that, even if I do a recording with a driver at the track, before I don't have work Monday. Something may happen. I'm not saying what. Something may happen.
We're not doing a traditional podcast that day.
I I may just grab a driver and say, "Hey, you want to sit around and have a beer for 45 minutes and talk racing?"
Go sit with the campground crew at the trailer park around the fire.
You know, maybe I'll talk to Brad and see if he wants to sit up in the grandstands and just have a conversation for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Or on the track, or just have a bunch of guys just come by and just talk.
Yeah,
Maybe
have a
that's
bunch
what
of
maybe
GoPros pointed at you.
I'll have four of them. I can record from different angles. And
yeah,
then
one at each person. One is like people walking by.
yeah, I think that'd be fun. Do a little live show recording at Sawville Speedway after the program's done. I think that might be interesting. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you again to all the listeners who check us out each and every week. Thank you again to Peps Pro Painting for being the presenting sponsor of our opening segment, and Darren Dryden, DGD Gear, DGD Graphics for bringing us our guest segment. Driving with Hailey for being the presenting sponsor of the show. Without any of them, none of this would be happening every week. But thank you, everyone. Make sure you guys go give Joe Media Promotions a follow, follow, subscribe, anywhere you guys can find your podcast as well. True North Racing Podcast. Make sure you guys follow our other programs as well. The Driver's Seat on all the podcast platforms, including YouTube, so that you guys never miss an episode. For Brandon Fidani, I'm John Morrison. We'll see you guys next week right here on the True North Racing Podcast, presented by Driving with Hailey.
Thanks for tuning in to the True North Racing Podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media for more racing content and updates. You can find Jomo Media and Promotions on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and at jomomedia.ca. Until next time, keep your engines running and your belts tight.